the National Football League on EA Sports.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Leading them out, it's the third-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status of one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
And only able to get two here, stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Quick slant, Dodson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go the slant, and it works.
I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They run for the first time with James Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, They want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Harris will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his 3rd season now, it's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go.
11.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
11.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The perennial Pro Bowl and Donald gets the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Perfect start to the season on their 1st drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Pass complete as he counter with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And they run with Harris off the option. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Najee Harris, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he's able to get up here to the 26. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward. I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is taken at the 18. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
It's brought in by Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they get hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Herbert. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Herbert. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 9. Willis looks to pass it here.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack there by J.J. Watt. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. This offense on third down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for it are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it is now 21-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Burrow throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow. There's Chris Olave.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it.
It's 3rd down. Now Burrow. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
We'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout, Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On the give, this is Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This is caught. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Touchdown! Ty Chandler, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is this depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Up the gut, Fournette. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Gets past one man.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Burrow on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Olave. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Here's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Harrison Bryant from 4 yards out. And the Browns are able to claw one back. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Quick slant, Dotson. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Completion. He's now going for 200 yards here in the 1st secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Pass complete as Akama with it.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he just chopped that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Again, Herbert. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. They snap it to Herbert. On the move to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kyle Pitts, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow over the middle here. It's Hilton. And he's going to be drawn forward and pick up the 7 past the 30 to the 32. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Herbert. Will get this one to Ezekama.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll try to run with Harris, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Najee Harris
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the...
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice shot there, keeping the toes in bounds. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now Burrow. He's got a man, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Fournette running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. T.Y. Hilton from a yard out. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
That's returnable now for Smith.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them. and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Out left side here to Bryant. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here we go.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11 MP. 12.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 30.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go. Here we go.
On second down, here's Burrow. Complete to Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, but they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
11 MP. Hey.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's about the man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Burrow. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. We're kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Herbert back to the air.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now in the afternoon.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, touchdown Panthers. Jahan Dotson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
Here we go.
This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Fournette, a first down carry.
They'll get this to about the 38.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. for the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 1, Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Saul's been having a good game so far. You know something, a lot has been power running. They decided to turn it loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. Herbert off of play action. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal now.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
Quick slant, Dotson.
That pass play good for 7. But it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So taking a risk here early in the new year. They're going to go for it.
They snap it to Herbert. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
from 3 yards out.
And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know they're winning the game.
And we're back now in Charlotte. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow will throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break through. It's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 20.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead and the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Jahan Dotson
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Now Burrow.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. An option handoff given to Harris. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Cook. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Harris is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Again, it's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm was just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Burrow.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Now Herbert following the turnover.
They'll get this one to Ezekama.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, it's Herbert.
Pass complete. Ezekama with it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Herbert now.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson.
Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Panthers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was... add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Burrow's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now it's Burrow. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And some room to work.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
20, 10, 5. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow looking to pass.
Fighting Hilton on the slant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow.
This one taken in by Olave. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Herbert back to the air. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Herbert off of play action. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Gardner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
The city always a little